In this video, we're going to look at finding a percentage of a number or a set amount. Now, previously, you need to have learnt how to divide by 10, divide by 100 and 2, understand what a percentage is, and have a good understanding of decimals. So let's make a start. How to find the percentage of amount. I'm going to take you through an example, 11% of 200. Now, certainly when you're new to percentages, I always think it's a good idea to work out 3 set percentages that can help you answer any percentage question. So with this example, if we've got 11% of 200, you find 1% by dividing by 100. So 1% is 2. You find 10% by dividing by 10. So 10% is 20. And you find 50% by dividing by 2. So 50% is 100. So you've got those 3 percentages there to work with whenever you're doing an answer to this question. Sometimes you can write it out in a quick table or just make some jottings on the side of the page just to remind you. So if we're trying to work out 11%, we already know 10% and we know 1%. So we can add those two together to make the 11%. So we've got 10% and 1%. So 10%, as we can see from our table, is 20, and 1%, as we can see from our table, is 2. Therefore, 11% of 200 is 22. 11% of 200 equals 22. Okay, so just to take another example, if we were to find 70% of 200, I've still got my table there with those important percentages on. Now, I'd probably break down 70% into 50% and 20%, so that's 2 lots of 10%. So let's have a look at how we can do that. So 50% we can see from our table is 100. 20%, we can see from our table that 10% is 20. So we double that to get 20%, and that equals 40. So overall, we have 140. So 70% of 200 equals 140. So you can combine those 1% figures, 10% figures and 50% figures to make any percentage that you like. Okay, pause the video now and have a go at these percentages that are on the screen now in front of you. Okay, the answers are going to be coming up. There we go. So 10% of 310, we can work that out mentally in our heads. Just divide by 10 gives us 31. And then we're going all the way down to 72% of 35 equal to 25.2, so including some decimals. Okay, now for a bit of a challenge. 142% of 35. So as it's over 100%, we know the answer is going to be above 35. But I'm not going to tell you any more. You can work that out for yourself. So pause the video now, do your workings out. Let's see how you get on. And the answer is 49.7. Well done if you got that. If not, pop back, have another look, maybe draw a diagram, make it into a picture, see how you could work it out yourself now that you know the answer. Yay, well done. That's it. You are now able to calculate a percentage of an amount. Maybe move on to some of the other videos next. Well done.